Bam. Look at that. So professional. Level 231 Kanna. A Kanna. We never had those before.
No, it's a rare one.
It's a rare one. Shalom. Shoval. Tell me about what do you do in a day, what do you do in a week, and what are you trying to accomplish?
Eventually, to get Lucid and Will struggle parties.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if necessarily hard Lucid and hard Will, but at least to get normal Will Lucid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what do you do to get there? What are you currently doing?
I'm farming Legion Mules and leveling up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's the Legion going so far?
Ooh, it's a dark place.
It's a dark place. Found any characters you liked on the way there, or is everything like a chore?
Arc is really fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna get him to 210 for the link.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Pretty strong. Every day doing one mule from 0 to 100? Okay, and then just doing a bunch of...
yeah, a bunch of Zaku mules.
Yep. Okay, so that's gonna slowly build up your Legion. And once you get to 4k, then the... even when you hit the 3k... Well, 3k is gonna be nice, because then you can put 5 extra characters in. But then at 4k is when you have enough room in IED to start really pumping pieces in there.
Yeah.
And that's when you'll start taking max benefit, or more benefit as a Kanna, right? Because your IED and your critical rate are typically a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, you'll get access to more link skills. So that you can min-max for bossing and for mobbing, switching between the scenarios. So what bosses have you done so far? You guys did like Lotus and Damien together?
Yeah, we 3-man it.
3-man, okay.
Yeah.
And in like a reasonable time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you're having fun with that, right?
Yeah, Damien is it's really a shit show.
Yeah, it's a shit show. Do you keep getting knocked back by the skills?
Yeah, every single time.
Well, you have the luck that a lot of times Haku blocks the stacks that you get from getting knocked back.
Yeah, that's really easy.
Yeah, other people that don't have that, they keep they keep getting stacks every single time, so it's way more punishing for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to background music because I like that song, but it's gonna get really crazy if I keep having the same song in the background. Okay. So let's see. So you have some Abzo stuff. Hyperstats.
This week I'm gonna get the 5-set Abzo.
So you're working on the fan now, or what?
Yeah, I just need the shoulder. I should have bought it like before the fan.
Oh yeah. Are you using like a fake?
No, I have the real Abzo.
Oh yeah. And Haku is using...
I think it's in the... It's a Fafnir fan.
Okay, wait, maybe I'm blind, maybe I missed it, hang on. Emblem, pendant, heart...
I can send it to you.
Yeah, I don't have the weapons.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important.
Yeah, oops.
Oops. I should double check all the lists beforehand. Put that on my to-do list. Yeah. Not bad.
No idea where is the Haku fan, but... Oh. There it is.
Okay, so for Lucid, actually, that could be a thing you can start practicing pretty quickly, because Lucid is not very high level.
Yeah.
So the main thing there is just to have a team of 6 people who know what they're doing, and also to have some kind of balance between golem clear, right? Because you get limited to how much damage. Kanna's pretty nice because you have a bunch of stuff flying around, like the Yosuzume and the big blue ball in the middle, and it ticks from domain, and and like the boss. You have a lot of instances of damage, so Kanna's pretty nice there. But some other classes might struggle more, so for the composition of the party, it's important that you keep that in mind. Have you guys tried normal or easy already? Or?
We've tried easy, but like a month ago, so now we could probably clear easy.
Oh yeah, you guys are
The
still
second
progressing.
one is the Hakufen. The sweet water is irrelevant. I sent it by accident. My bad.
The Fafnir is the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Sweetwater is like the old Hakufen or something, probably.
Yeah, it wasn't the old image.
I see. Okay. Well, I can see why you would keep this.
It's tier 6.
Yep, that's a big number.
Yeah.
And then this one has boss, ignore and damage. So this is the Fafnir Indigo Flash is what you're using for your Haku now?
Oh, that's really not that's an all for the wait. My bad. Wait, I can say it. Yeah. I have 12 int on it and 9 magic attack. And the flame is tier 6 as well. Oh, yeah. Magic attack.
Okay. Yeah, because you already know what I was gonna say, right? About the potential. If it's a Haku fan, yeah. Okay. Okay, and so this is when you're buffed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so ignore defense is not too bad. Could still use some work, but not too bad.
I think my hyperstat, I should reroll it.
Using 6 arcane, 6 experience, 10.
Yeah, I don't need it really.
Yeah, if you roll 6, it's 25, 5, 15. 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 15. That's 40 points, right? On both of these, so 80 points.
And I have the... what's it called? The title and the guild stuff. For the arcanes first.
The title and the guild stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. That's why it's at 640 now?
So I can...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, arcane power is very important, especially in the beginning if you're going up in regions very quickly. Getting the new symbols is nice, the boost of 30, but typically it's not enough to keep up with how quickly you can really go to the new areas if you're training quickly, so...
Yeah.
That's why having some points in there, and... So, wait, the guild gives 30?
I think so.
And, wait, you have a title that gives some?
The title, I think, it gives 30 as well.
Okay. Wait, how long is the title still for?
I have no idea. Oh, it says the time limit is expired. Never mind.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it doesn't give, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you have 60 extra, 30 from the hyper, and 30 from the guild. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So 5,800, so 580, and then 60 extra. Okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Do you have any... Yeah, I mean, how's Spirit Savior going?
Oh, it's rough. It's really rough. Yeah, I can barely get to like 6k points around.
Have you seen my Spirit Savior on my Kanna?
Yeah, but I don't know. It feels so different.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the video, but I don't know.
Is it the kill speed that's different, or?
No, I can one-shot them. The nest, but I have no idea.
Are you maximizing the map when you go in?
Yeah.
So what usually goes wrong? Does he catch you, or?
Maybe I don't really know the layout of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time he catches me like off guard.
One thing you might want to consider doing is is using the fact that if you go all the way to the sides and then wait a little bit until he almost catches you and then jump all the way to the other side, you can put a lot of distance between you and him. That usually helps. And then one thing that's...
I usually can collect 5, but then I don't know if I panic or something, but
yeah, the
I can't
trickiest
really
thing is
get
like
to them next.
handing them in can be the trickiest. So what is important is to figure out what is going to be the last thing what is going to be the last one that you pick up.
Yeah.
Right? That's the important thing.
So plan the rotation.
Yeah, plan the rotation, and it's important to know for you, like, which one, if I take this as the last one, then I can guarantee handing it in, and which one is too risky. Then if there's a risky one and a safe one, then just wait a little bit longer and then go for the safe one instead. It's best to take a little bit longer, but to have a guarantee input, because if you get caught once, you lose half your shield and you lose 2,500 points, and it's really painful.
Yeah.
Because your morale also takes a hit, and then you're like, fuck this game, fuck this content.
Yeah.
And then, but then you also lose symbols every day, right? But because if you can get those 10k rotations, that's just from there is 18 symbols a day. That's like free stat, free arcane power, free final damage. You can level up arcane very quickly because of that.
Yeah. Kanna is one of the fastest one, I think.
Yeah. Like the only one that can get more is Choo-Choo can get one more. Yeah, Choo-Choo can get 19. And Lakalang can technically get more, but you know, it's not really realistic for Reboot.
I'm floor 50.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable. And then the 4 extra and the 1 extra from the NPCs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 450, so you're getting 10 symbols a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, just Spirit Saver alone without, you know, needing to go all the way up to 50 and stuff is also already possibly 10 a day.
Yeah.
It's kind of disproportionate, but you know, we'll take it. It's good to have one area that's actually pretty fast. But yeah. I guess it's about experimenting more and more. I know in the beginning, are you using rope lift at all?
Yeah, I
am. One thing I noticed when my mom was doing it is she was using rope lift a lot, and if you don't cancel the rope lift in time, or if you rely on the rope lift too much, it can really slow down your movement actually.
Yeah.
Because you can get swung up and then you fall down again and everything. And that's usually the time where the guy catches up to you and hits you.
Yeah.
So having rope lift as a backup if you're really in trouble, or in like certain circumstances, like let's say you take the mid jumpers on the bottom left or bottom right, and you go like through, you fly through the middle sometimes, and then you push the arrow in the key that you're moving, and then rope lift up to get one of the ones from like the top middle left or top middle right, depending on which side you're going. That's where rope lift is usually pretty useful, because at that point you just created a lot of space between you and the spirit anyway, so you can use that and then to continue on the same way that you came with the jumper to finish off to that side, and then he almost catches you, but then you jump from the far left or from the far right all the way back into the middle, and then you can finish in the middle with like maximum distance between you and him. I think their rope lifts can be very useful. But even then, I think Kanna can also do like up teleports, or what is it?
Shikigami Charm. I think.
Shikigami Charm. Yeah. That can also sometimes like jump, Shikigami Charm, up teleport can also get you very high on a Kanna.
Yeah.
But it's way faster than rope lift, and if you have bad ping and the rope goes like long and flies you up into the air, that can be the difference between getting caught and not getting caught. So yeah, what might be a thing to try is just to try without using rope lift, or as little as possible, and see if that like speeds up your runs and makes it maybe a little bit more smooth.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
And then if you can do it without, then maybe sometimes it's like, oh, now rope lift is very useful, then you can use it, but yeah, try not rely on it too much. But it might be that you have to take a small step back, maybe in your score, but then once you get used to it, you'll be able to get better scores, I think. All right, I hope that works. But yeah, let me know how that goes.
I'll try today.
Yep. All right. Is there anything in the game that I have like guides and commands for that you've seen that you don't 100% understand?
No, I think I'm okay with everything.
Okay. Well, I'll take that. Take that as a plus for me that my commands are good.
They are very helpful, especially at the start.
Yeah, I say this a lot, but when people start, you can level so quickly, and then you get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm feeling kind of weak, because the game just carries you with the, with the reboot skill and just with how good your skills are and with the hyper skills, and then by the time the game gets harder, there's like, oh no, there's so much information now. But I feel like if the beginning was a little bit slower, then all of that information would come little by little as you got to that point, and it wouldn't be dumped on you all at one go, because then all of a sudden you need, so like if it was proportioned a little bit better, or like in segments, but once you already get to that point, then it's like, oh my god, there's so much information, and then it's I try to do my best to make it put it in bite size so people can digest all of the.
They're very helpful.
Yeah. Oh, you have decent hyper body pants, I see. Nice. Okay. So you're slowly working on the links in the Legion, and you're probably using partially the command, right? So you know which ones to work on. Crit rate will get helped that way.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get the arc to level 3 link. So Legion wise, are you aiming for 4K, 6K?
I think 6K.
I think you can do it if you can keep up with like one mule a day for 100. And if you ever feel like you're doing one mule a day to 100 and it becomes a little much, like doing the one mule and doing a bunch of Zakum and it becomes a little much, then just go with your gut. If you feel like the balance is off and you're not playing enough on your main and you're just feeling like you want to do more bosses with the guys, or then just do whatever. Don't feel bad. If you keep it a regular thing that you're always doing it, then missing once or twice is not a big deal. It's more like if you're not really working on your Legion and then you also don't feel like it, then it feels really bad because now you're never working on Legion. But as long as you have the good habit, then you can cheat every once in a while.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. Do you know about the Legion, the raid power? Like how to get your...
Yeah, the Star Force thing with the multipliers of 60.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For most characters in the beginning, it's just going to be at 60, but if you have arcane gear and stuff like that, maybe more accessories, then 120 should be possible as well. The only thing to look out for is that there's also a Star Force skill in the guild, but that only applies when you're online and not when you're offline. So make sure that you think about the difference there, because I think it's 20 or 15 extra or something.
Yeah.
So when you're on the character, it'll show up as that you're higher than it actually is. But let's see, guild skills. Yeah, 15 extra.
Yeah, 15.
So mine says 366, so it's actually 351 when I'm offline. So that makes me lose the 360 here, which is weird. Shouldn't it be higher? Oh, I have rings on. Okay, there we go. Boom. Nice. Switching gear in the banquet hall, by the way.
It's so lucky over there.
It's about as responsive as Ardenmill is these days.
Yeah.
I just had to hold down my jump key for about 10 seconds to actually jump out of the chair. Oh, there we go. That's one. Yeah.
I believe.
There we go. Yeah. Thanks, dude. It was your staunch belief that made me. There we go. Wow. That was something that should have taken 4 seconds. That took half a minute. Cool. Yeah, so Links and Legion will help you along the way. Are you working on the Monster Parker medal?
Yeah, on the Kanna.
Yep. That IED is always useful there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some redoing of the hyperstats is probably a good idea. Have you set any funds aside or given any thought to your inner ability beyond what's on this screenshot?
Yeah, the inner ability is really bad, but I don't know. I can't speak apparently. I need some more honor and wait for another event, I guess.
One thing you can do is circulate for
circulators.
For magic attack, or sorry, not for magic attack because you have magic attack now, but for
meso
mezzotine
drop.
or drop, and then the long term would be to, or you could also circulate for if you get a 30% crit and keep that, because that will either free up, either it will free up some hyperstats, or it'll free up some points in the Legion board that you can then put into critical damage or boss damage or IED, or it will free up one link skill that you can use to use a stronger link skill once you have a bigger Legion and link backlog. So it can be useful for all of those things. And since you already have some meso and drop gear, right?
Yeah.
So
I think like I have 80 drop or 60 drop and 80 or 100 meso, something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's already pretty good. I see you were trying to get the same on the greed pendant and then hit 18% intellect instead.
Yeah.
Every time, right?
I used some master crafting cubes and he got it to unique.
Yeah. Drop. Yeah, that's all. Oh yeah, where the weapon? Yeah, the weapon is. Yeah, so once you get the total. So do you already? Wait, hang on. Let's do the maths. You don't have the 100 meso 80 drop yet, right? Because that's every single piece has at least one of the two lines.
Yeah. I have 3 rings. I need to get another ring for drop because my Kanna's treasure is just for damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got super lucky with it.
Oh yeah, 30 int. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very nice. That does require you to get another one. Did you make a master SS ring?
Yeah, I have it with 20 drop.
Nice. Wait,
don't tell me I forgot to upload a lot of things.
you have the synergy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think the master SS is also not here. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I always just go through the list like systematically, start at the top left or something, and just go like line per line.
I had a folder for all the photos, but apparently didn't transfer all of it.
Oh,
I should
yeah,
have double checked.
Yeah, maybe some of it get lost along the way.
Yeah.
Top. So yeah, this stuff is fine. Yeah, I think getting the 100% crit is going to be nice. So you need to really focus on crit and IED. You already have a line of IED on your weapon and your emblem, so that's gonna definitely carry you over.
I have 2 familiars with 15 each, so I get to 90 visual, and I have level 40 Shikigami.
Nice. Okay.
So
Yeah, the other thing that I was going to talk about was the familiars. Yeah. And do you have any familiars with drop rate for when you're training?
Oh yeah, I have some with drop and some with meso.
Okay. So the one with meso shouldn't be necessary, right? Because the drop would already be enough.
Yeah, I usually have. I don't know. I know the drop rate doesn't stack, so I just have one for meso and one for drop rate.
And do they both? Yeah, they're both like level 5 at this point, right? So they have high defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you're not doing that much with the familiar system anymore at this point, right?
Yeah. Yesterday I found like 1 hour. I got like 2 epic familiars, but I got like party increase jump by small amount.
Yeah. Nice. I'm sure your party will be very happy when you do jump quests together. Oh no, it doesn't even work in jump quests. Cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. So did you find epics as drops?
No, I found commons and rares.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait. So did you buy the booster pack or did you fuse them?
No, I just fused them.
Okay. Because I think if you extract them and get booster packs, and then if you have extra, just move them to another character before you open them, and then buy booster packs there. I think you have a way higher chance of getting epics from the booster packs.
Oh.
And you will also be able to get rare cards that will help you complete your badge sets to unlock your 3rd slot.
I really dislike the badge system.
It's
There is so many monsters that you can't even farm anymore.
Yeah, well that's why. But they are in boosters, so
Yeah, in booster packs.
yeah, there are even some monsters in boosters that don't even have familiars in the game. So some weird stuff. So some interesting pictures. I think I think circulating to either Mesoptane or drop rate or critical rate will take a lot of will either make you make more money or take a lot of weight off of needing crit rate and everything else, and then you can kind of have a little bit more wiggle room with stuff. Then you may not have to put as much into like you still want to put low amounts in hyperstat, right? Because the first 5 levels is super cheap. But then I think it'll take some weight, some pressure off of your Legion, and then instead you can, once you get to 3k and you get the bigger grid, you can move them definitely into boss damage, IED, and critical damage, and then the critical rate isn't that necessary anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be either one of those 3. I think is going to be a good option.
It will be.
And then besides that, you need to save up honor experience, of course, a lot until you. Until you want to roll for that crit on the 2nd or 3rd line, which is going to be a nightmare. Yeah. You know, or you just rely on extra links and hyperstats and Legion for a long time. You could do that as well. I don't know. Maybe by the time you get to that point, you're like, Kanna is nice for like a support for bosses, but I want to play something else. Maybe you really like the arc in the 5th job way more, and you want to play that one more. That's possible, right?
Yeah. And
maybe then your priorities shift. But yeah, it's good to be prepared in case they don't. Okay. And then you're using you're using decent hyper body, decent sharp eyes. Is decent hyper body because it gives you some damage, but is it better for you than decent? I think decent combat orders would be better for you, wouldn't it?
I have no idea. I use some cubes and that's what I got, because I don't have it.
Oh, you have it on your pants. Yeah, okay, you have it on your pants. Yeah, okay. I was thinking from the Matrix perspective. If you had it in there. Yeah, of course you have it on the pants. Yeah, it gives a little bit of damage. For now it's probably okay, and then once you get to Legendary and you're really throwing a lot of money at these equips, then of course you want to go for full int, so you don't have to rely on the extra buffing. Yeah, it kind of scales as well with how much HP you have on flames and stuff, right? So
yeah.
But we were tweaking the flame score calculator a little bit for the for Kannas, because I was overvaluing the HP and the MP for a while.
I mean, they give massive boost. If I get like 2.5k HP
like
flame, it gives
this is a lot. Yeah. Plus 60 intellect plus this. Yeah, that's actually really good.
I think it's like 70 flame score, maybe even a bit higher.
On I think I have that on my tyrants on my Kanna, where it's just like 2.7k lines or something. Yeah, those get really big.
Yeah.
We had 2.4k MP and 75 intellect on your glove. Yeah. With some luck. Okay, so how is Hardlux, Hellux? Are you guys doing that? Duoing, soloing?
Sometimes got common Curious, Hellux. But if he's not around, I'm doing Hardlux.
And Hardlux is like no problem?
Usually. But it's
still
Galaxy. You can never know.
Yeah. You have to be pretty strong to be like, oh yeah, no problem. Gollux is like a slam dunk, easy.
Yeah, it still takes me like 5 minutes to clear.
Yeah. Okay. So for Lucid, that stuff can be pretty quickly, and it's just mechanics and practicing and, cleansing.
Yeah, probably like max domain.
Yeah, maxing domain. That will be very helpful. But you probably already learned up till now, but like learning when to call, what to call, so everyone can be prepared and ready.
Yeah.
The thing for Will though is that Will is level 250, so you have to be way higher level to not get massive damage reduction with your whole party. So the whole party has to be 245 plus, and you do your max damage to him when you're at 255. So that's just gonna be more time consuming in getting to that level first.
Yeah. I'm not really looking forward to get this level anytime soon.
Find a balance, right? If you have some double coupons or there's a nice event, then you go a little bit harder on that. If
I
there's
usually
not,
farm 8 hours a week, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's basically your training, right? Because you're also in a map where you would get the best experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just making money while you're training. And you just do Maple Tour and Ursus besides that?
Every day.
If you're not too late for Ursus. Or I don't misclick you. I swear,
sometimes.
I don't not invite you on purpose. Okay, it's just sometimes you're like just
most of the time you invite me. It's okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like number 19 that lands right as we're full, and I'm like, oh, Shoval. Yeah. So how much money do you have right now?
Ooh, like 300 mil.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you spent on getting like accessories?
I gave the dual blade like almost 1 bill.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of close to solo CRA.
And you're doing that just so you can solo CRA every week to make money from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just funding him just a bit.
Yeah. So that's okay. So that's close. Maybe the difference that the extra Legion and the Lynx can make will get him to that point.
Yeah.
And then of course some practice, right? Practice always helps a lot. Yeah.
It's really weird to just double jump in bosses.
Compared to not being able to flash jump at all in the Kanna.
Yeah.
It's a different world. Arc has a double jump as well in the Spectre form.
Yeah, in Spectre. Yeah.
Yep. Takes a little bit getting used to like a regular flash jump and then a double half the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or then if you level up the hyper stat for the dash, then you also go from 2 dashes and 1 jump to 3 dashes and 2 jumps. It's
I have no idea what to put in the hyper stats for Arc, to be honest. I have one for more Spectre, or I think you gain Spectre faster.
Yeah, if you're in Flora state, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a must-have.
There is so much useful.
Yeah, there's a lot useful. If you're mainly mobbing, you take that one, and then you take the one for the
dash.
Yeah, you can take the extra dash. You can take the cooldown reduction for Creeping Terror, because it's like full map clear, so you can use it more often.
Yeah.
And it's also very strong against elite monsters.
Yeah.
You could use the extra damage on Blissful Restraint if you need the damage for that, because then you can just put the Blissful Restraint whenever it's up on one part of the map, so it just kills there for a while.
It clears it's like mini domain.
Yeah, very short, very short domain. Yeah. Well, short in duration and short in height as well.
Yeah.
And then aside from that, I think you just take the raw percentage damage, like as long as you're not bossing for the main skills. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have 1 more point, right?
Yeah, I think you get 5.
Yeah. But maybe you don't have the 5th point yet, right? Because you're
not yet. I have like 2 or 3.
Yep. Yeah, you just go for purely mobbing utility first, and then as you go bossing, then you shift into the knockdown resistance in Spectra. That's very useful.
Yeah.
Like one thing you will discover once you get to Will is that he like pushes you around all the time, halfway across the map, and then he also inverts you whenever he does that. And if you're an Arc, you're just standing there attacking, and he hits you. Kind of like Lotus, right? When he's trying to push you back, he just hits you, but you just take damage and you just keep attacking. You don't care.
Yeah.
That's really cool in some situations. Super useful. Yeah, and that comes out of the Blissful Restraint, of course, because like the extra damage ticks of your of your big bind are not very useful anymore for mobbing. They already one shot anyway, and for bossing, you don't really use it. Only very emergency, because the bind for Arc works different, where all the damage goes at the end.
Yeah, so it's like a big blast in the end.
Yeah, it like pauses his HP bar, but for stuff like Will, that's actually really bad because there's tests at the end. You've seen me do Will a bunch, right?
Yeah.
So if you go by to the point where you have to have the bars down, but he's still bound, then you can like fail the test, even if you actually did enough damage, but the damage wasn't dealt yet. So it's like saved up, and you can actually sometimes ruin the split and ruin the test because of that. That's happened maybe at least once. Because I pressed the skill a little bit too quickly for extra damage, and then the Kanna didn't bind yet, and then, you know, stuff happens. So you learn from that.
Yeah.
Okay, so upgrade-wise, so you think your dual blade is pretty much at the point, so you're gonna spend more on the Kanna again now?
Yeah, I'm gonna like give him like 500 more mil, and probably that's it, and then gonna work on Kanna.
Okay. All right.
My potentials could use a lot of work.
Yeah, I think mainly the potentials. Well, so the first thing that I think is very important is get the drop rate and the meso-obtain completely ready, right? So you can make a lot of nodes, make a lot of money while you're training.
Yeah.
And then once you get the endurability, if you get crit rate there, that'll be really nice, because then you can just have 100% crit, and then you can redo your numbers the way you need them, and just make sure that you stay at 100%, and then all of those extra points, either from Legion, from Hyperstat, whatever, is going to flow over into other things and help you do more damage there. So, flame-wise, I think your Abzo is pretty good, so that's nice.
Yeah, I think everything is like around 100 flame skull.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is pretty good. Once your accessories are done, I think it's mainly going to be your Abzo potential, right?
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't listen.
Oh, sorry. It's mainly going to be your Abzo potential after that, where there's going to be a lot of intellect that you can gain.
I spent like 1.5 bill on my shoulder, my what's it called, the Madman shoulder, and I still have it at 12 stars.
Oof, unlucky. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to get it to high Star Force first and then transfer it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to spend money. And ironically, now you spent 1.5 bill.
Yeah.
In the, what is it? One often meets their destiny on the path they take to avoid it. You met your destiny of spending a lot of money on the way to avoid spending money.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Yeah, once you do get the full set though, the potential there, aiming for 2 lines like 13 and 10, or like, I don't know, like 13 and a 7% all line, or 2 10% lines. All of that combined is going to be a lot of gain. And then it's mainly going to be waiting for a 30% off Star Force event to get everything to 15. Because like your CRA is still at 12, right?
Yeah, my stuff was really bad. I really dislike the system. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I mean it's just waiting until 30% off, and then just get it to 15. But yeah, like with the Abso stuff, you'll have to safeguard, and then hopefully by then you'll have enough CRA backups, right?
Yeah. So
you don't have to safeguard there. The chance to boom is really low anyway, but you know, if there is a chance, you'll always have to take it into account.
Yeah.
And then once everything's 15, so I would just get everything to 15 that can go past 15, even if it's just like a boss accessory, you know, like the pink bean belt or the earring, because you basically skip reinforced anyway until you can get full superior.
Yeah,
and since you're only killing hard and sometimes hell with a carry, that's gonna be tough. Isn't there someone in chat right now who'd like to duo Helix with a Kanna every day? Because it can be very helpful. Put a big domain in the middle.
It's usually the pink breath. I don't think it's really a damage problem, but the pink breath, I hate it.
Yeah, because the hitbox is slightly behind him as well.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you always stay very close to the middle, so he doesn't surprise you. Yeah, it is quite. It's very punishing now. You can't just stay on one side of the map. You have to keep dancing around his face and.
Yeah, I have to teleport.
Yeah, give him all the zigzag.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the heart, I would just hold on to this until the winter. Yeah. Did you see about the KMS heart they got?
Yeah, the blue one. I forget how it's called.
Yeah, wait, is it the blue one or is it the fairy heart or something?
I think it's the blue one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was exactly, but I remember it was higher tier potential, so
Yeah.
it's actually worth upgrading. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Kanna ring is very nice, of course. Yeah, I think it's mainly going to be getting Abzo to legendary and 2-line, and then getting everything to 15. That's like the next step that's going to give you a lot of damage. Yeah, but yeah, get the accessories first. Make sure you have that 5-line mezzo, 4-line drop. Make sure you have that ready. And that's like going to be the solid foundation that makes sure that you make a lot of money while you're training always.
Yeah.
And then hope you get lucky on some superior drops from Galax, I guess.
I wish.
Always pray to RNGesus. Other than that, you seem to be pretty on the way. You're already working on the potential of the wisps, so that makes sense. And then after all that, it's probably going to be optimizing your secondary, right? Because you'll probably want to get a second Absolab for Haku.
Yeah.
And then transfer this one over, and then going for at least 2 lines of magic attack on the potential. And then probably trying to min-max your emblem. That's going to be expensive, but
yeah, I
something
think
like
the emblem 2-line magic attack and 1-line ID.
Yeah, like 40-9-9, like 40 ID, 9-9 magic attack. That's probably going to be the ideal for you.
How much will I need for, like, let's say normal Lucid?
For normal Lucid, your ID?
Yeah, like approximately.
Well, Lucid is one of the 300% defense bosses, so that means visually, visually I'm not sure, but like functionally you want at least 93.
Oh, okay.
So you could
maybe
like get away with
functionally.
You can maybe get away with a little bit lower because you're mainly support.
Yeah.
But if you want to make sure that your damage also helps the team more, then like functionally 93 will be important. Yeah.
I think like I get like 91 functionally.
Okay.
Something like that.
You have you went to 90 visual, right?
Visual with familiars, I have 90.
Yeah, and then you have 2% from 20% from the boost nodes.
Yeah.
So that's plus 2%, right? Because you get 10% left. So So that's good. Takes you to 92.
Yeah.
And then the party might have some debuffs. Do you guys have any paladins lying around?
Paolo don't want to switch.
Oh, paladin does a 50% debuff, so
yeah, it's really helpful.
that would be very, very useful.
Yeah. Eventually, we'll get the Legion power. Put a couple of points in.
Yeah. The growing Legion, and then the Monster Parker medal.
Yeah.
Those things will work together for sure. I don't think there's.
Do you think I will still need 2-line?
The Explorer Mage will debuff him, or her, I guess. Right, if you have the Explorer Mage stacked.
Oh yeah, I need to work on it.
And if you get the Lumi to rank 3, that'll be another big stack there.
I don't know about that.
Lumi's
so
on.
bad.
Yeah, but it's so good at Forsaken Excavation Site too.
Yeah.
Like the map is perfect for Lumi.
Yeah.
So
just attack right, attack left.
Yeah, exactly. And once you get 5th job, it's just like throw some big AoEs in the middle of the map, and it is actually really fast to get to 210.
Yeah.
And yeah, specifically because you lack ID on your class, that would be something I would advise doing.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to Kanna and feel better about your teleport as well. Once you get used to Lumi
teleport is horrendous.
Yeah, then you gotta feel like you're flying through Spirit Savior.
Yeah. I cannot imagine doing Spirit Savior on Lumi.
Just to give you the contrast, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like after the emblem and the secondary and everything, it's probably time to push everything to 17. And then at that point, you'll probably be like past level 240, 245. Then we're going to start practicing Will, and that's when probably the superior Golic stuff is going to start coming into play and breaking up the boss accessory set, but you already the boss accessory set is probably already going to be upgraded for drop rate and meso-obtain anyway, so that's just going to organically move into drop rate gear, and then the damage gear is going to be the the superior Golox, and then the Meister ring and stuff like that. And then the Star Force rings are going to come in and replace all the event rings and stuff. Yeah. So it's like the general path. Oh, you don't have your pink holy cup either, but
God damn it.
that's
it's 6 and 20. I need to get like better flame.
Yeah, that's about at the same level, or can get a flame up about the same level as your CRA stuff. So yeah, but I think flame wise your stuff is pretty good. It's mostly Star Force and potential, I think, to worry about. So just gonna pop a lattice mark and flame that, with your spare flames.
Yeah, casually.
Just
I'm
walk
kinda
into.
close of soloing CPAP.
Okay, you got close.
Yeah.
What gets you? Is it the touching lasers?
No, it's I can ignore most of the time the touching lasers. Haku is so good.
Aku just saves you through that as well?
Yeah.
Oh god. Glasses are broken.
Yeah.
So
the
it's
clocks that he puts from the ground.
Yeah, the purple clocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put too many next to each other and then you teleport and then you get grabbed by one of the hands,
Yeah.
and then another clock underneath you, and then
100% dead.
Yep. Yeah, that's the tricky part. And then the dial phase at the end where he can regenerate.
Oh yeah.
Does that ever mess you up, or?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people get tricked by that one, because I think it helps as a Kanna that you have summons are out, so they always kill the bombs quickly. So you have a lot of things to choose from. Sometimes what messes people up is that they there's a lot of the clocks on the ground and they loot one, and then they accidentally loot like a ×2 or a divide by 2, and then they get stunned during that phase. Oh, that's really tricky because you can't see it, right?
Haku ignore that too.
Oh god. Wait,
I don't really need to.
Wait, and you almost solo? You're basically giving me all these reasons why you should already be soloing.
I really should.
It can be a little bit tilting though. Are you using like buff freezers and guild skills?
Yeah.
I believe in you, okay, Shoval. If you can do this, then you'll have a easier time surviving Damien as well. Oh yeah, so you said for Damien, like you get knocked around, right? So when he dives down diagonally, or when he punches to the side,
when he punches, it's so
yeah,
bad.
like after that attack, you can't go close to him for like 2.5 full seconds. Like you have to just wait.
That.
You just have to sit there, be like 1, 2, 3. Sometimes he starts his next attack, and you go in, and he still hits you from the previous one, and then into the next. Yeah, you just have to sit there and wait. Like that's the only thing you can do. Or you go in with like Exorcist Charm or something, so you're knockdown resistant, right?
Yeah.
That can help, but then if Haku is in charge, then you still get a stack. And oh, are you using the Mihail link at all?
No, I'll need to get that. It will help me.
I think that will, that will get rid of a lot of frustration, I think, with a Kanna.
Yeah.
Because those are the 3 things, right? Knockback resistance, critical rate, and IED. Those are the 3 things that Kanna really lacks. Yeah. So if you have those things figured out, then you're basically home free.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep working on the arcane power. You're getting close to Asphera. Then you can speed up all your dailies a little bit more.
Yeah. I need to push the Sphera, but I don't know. I don't have enough motivation lately to train.
You know what the good motivation is? If you unlock Asphera, then you can do Arcana. You only have to get 10k one time, and then you can autocomplete the other ones.
This is nice.
You could put all your effort into one run and go super hard, and then when it's done, autocomplete, done. 10 coins, ma'am. 10 symbols.
Yeah.
So are you working on Commercy at all?
I have like 700 euros.
Because that's somewhere in there.
I don't know if I should get to the point. I don't know if I should do something with the Dominator pendant. I don't know.
That's probably for after everything is like 17. But like when you're moving from 15 to 17 with like the Abzo stuff, that's probably also when you want to introduce the Sweetwater Eye and Face.
Yeah.
And move those into your damage gear, because going past 15, that's when they get a lot of weapon attack. And just in general, legendary level 160 gear is just really good. It's just an easy percentage stat, especially the accessories. So that's when they're. So if you get used to how quote unquote like how weak you are now, right, with the current drop rate gear as being like your main set, and then you switch it out for like 23 or maybe even like 27. I don't know if you get lucky. Percentage intellect on eye and face, you're gonna feel like a huge boost there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but before you can get them past 15, I don't think it's worth investing too much money into, especially now since you're still building up, right? You're still trying to get the dual blade to give you a steady income. You're trying to get the Kanna to give you a steady income. And then once you have that steady income, you just pile it up until an event. You throw it on the appropriate stuff, and then you start piling up again. Because all the upgrades now are going to start costing serious amounts of money, and you can't do the thing anymore where it's like, oh, I have 200 mil, let's just buy some cubes. Because like 90% of the time you'll end up with worse than what you had before, and it's just going to feel really bad. So yeah, the game really shifts towards rewarding people who are saving up and who are more patient, or just people who farm a lot and just throw a lot more money, off events at something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're done.
Yeah, is there anything you think I missed, or something you think that still needs a bit more attention?
Really?
Not really? Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun doing the bosses together and stuff. That's really...
Yeah, I'm really enjoying Lotus and Damien.
Yeah. Even if it's like a shit show, it's more fun when it's together, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so you do Lotus and Damien 3-man, so who do you do that with usually?
I do it with the Paolo and Smidley.
Paolo and Smidley, okay. Yeah. So you guys are just like goofing around.
Yeah.
But you guys actually clear it, right? Every week?
Yeah, we cleared it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice. In like one attempt, or?
No.
Okay.
With 2 attempts we cleared both of them.
Okay, no, that's pretty good. And is there anything else in the Lotus and the Damien runs that you kind of like run into a lot that's frustrating, or?
Not really. Phase 1 is mostly clean, but if the lasers speed up, I can't really put enough damage.
Yeah. You can teleport, but after a while, you gotta make sure you keep refreshing the summons so that the robots keep getting killed.
Yeah, the summons do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Do you guys usually charge domain outside and then go in, or?
No, I charge it inside because it clears the robots.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you seem to be on top of those things. I can tell that you have like a good, like, organic progression through the game. So like some of the stuff is a little bit stronger, some of the stuff is a little bit weaker, but I can see it's all moving in the direction. And especially because you have the foundation now of the bosses, every next boss is only going to be like a little bit harder. So the amount of time it takes you to learn it is going to be less. But someone who gets like carried up to the point where you are now, and then they want to start doing Lucid, it's going to be so much at once, because they have to like figure out how their character even works in the first place. But you already know all of that because you already know like bugs that can happen. You know who your teammates are, what they're good at. You know how you can support them, what callouts to make and stuff. Because you've already practiced that.
I know how to cheese EU ping.
Yeah. You gotta play around that a little bit as well. Yeah, it's a big part of the game.
It's not easy.
No, not always. No. Sometimes your hands are tied, or it feels like it literally, like you're just playing with your like fists slamming on the keyboard. Yeah, dude. If you're happy with all of the advice and you think you have enough to go on, I wish you luck on circulating the ability. I hope you get something nice very quickly. And I think based on what you get there, that'll help you kind of like path around with your critical rate, and then that'll kind of affect where everything else goes. But yeah, as long as you keep slowly building up your Legion and working on your arcane power, then you'll have a very solid foundation to be able to go anywhere in the game. But yeah, Will is going to be really depending on your level, and Lucid is more going to be just mechanics and practicing and, and cleansing and stuff. Do you know about cleansing in Lucid?
Yeah, the blue butterflies.
Yeah, they just keep grouping up, and then
Yeah.
the statue
You get
gets
the
charges.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
get
when you
to cleanse each bar.
yeah, each bar. Yeah, exactly. And then the statue shows how many cleanses you have, up to 3.
Yeah.
So if you're high on cleanses, then you might as well do one preemptively if you're in no trouble. But yeah, in the beginning you'll probably need to do 6-man just because you need to kill the golems fast enough, right?
Yeah, the golems are so annoying.
Yeah. Whenever a dragon comes, it's
Yeah. I have the thing that I can float, but it's not. It doesn't work every time.
yeah, no, it's definitely not 100% foolproof. No. I have
Yeah.
the float on Demon Avenger, and then sometimes you still get hit on the way up or on the way down. You still fall
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an exact science.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're happy with everything, then
Yeah.
we will. I will wish you good luck,
Thank you very much.
and I'll definitely see you in the chat. And thanks
Yeah.
for being flexible on the times.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Wait,
See you.
wait. How do you say? Do you say like Akaltov? No. What do you say?
Bye, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you say bye and
yeah, most of the time bye, but we have Lehitraut.
what? Lehitrot?
Yeah, Lehitraut.
Wait. Lehi Toraut?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Wait, what does that mean? Like see you next time or something?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Wow. Okay. Well, Lehi Toraut then.
Lehitraut.
All right. See you, Shoval.